What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Varpa and I'm here with Connor.
Yo, yo.
We hope you guys enjoyed the last Master Duel deck breakdown. I believe that was Scareclaw Kashtira. Um, First of all, we're just gonna say we hit 50 subscribers. I know this doesn't seem much, but I guess for me, I never thought I should even hit 50. So appreciate the support. Um, Today's video is obviously it's going to be Kashtira, but this is actually with the new support that they got in the new box. So you'll just click um, just click Kashtira.
Deck is inspired by Loom's build,
So shout out to
but
Loom.
minus a couple cards. We put in um Kaiju for purely noir and took out Maxi for Dimension Shifter and a second Scareclaw.
Now I'll just quickly go through the whole cards. If you're new, never played Master Duel, I'll just go through the cards. And Ash Blossom, basically you negate, um, and that's all it's ever used for. Planet Pathfinder tribute itself to get the field spell. Unfortunately, the field spell is limited to one, but it's just make it more consistent to try and draw this just to get the field spell, because unfortunately none of the Kashtira cards search for it. Kash
Unfortunately, Unicorn can't search for it.
Kashtira Rice Heart, so if you control a Kashtira monster, and this is the same effect for all of them, but they all have a secondary effect. So Kashtira, you banish a monster, then um, its level becomes level 7. Dimension Shifter, basically send it to the graveyard, quick effect. As long as you've got no cards in your graveyard, quick effect, and every card that is sent to the graveyard is banished instead until the end of the next turn. So it's just a good way to stop your opponent. Fenrir, same thing, you can special summon. During your main phase, you can add one Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. When this card declares an attack or your opponent activates a monster effect, except during the damage step, you can target one face-up card on your opponent's that one face-up card your opponent controls and banish it face down. Just a good way to get rid of a monster and open up the enemy board. Unicorn, same thing. Control no monsters you can special summon. And by the way, Fenrir um, special summon. Let's say you special summon and they send it back to the hand, you can just special summon it again. Um,
As well as Unicorn
yeah, so
or
that
Ogre.
yeah, so it doesn't matter if they get sent back to the hand, you can just special summon it again, which is quite nice. So and Unicorn's effect is during the damage step you can look at your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, you banish one card. On special summon, or its effect is once you special summon, you can add a Kashtira spell from your deck to your hand. Unfortunately, that does not include the field spell. It's basically Kashtira Theosis and Birth. Ogre, if you can train on monsters, you can special summon. Uh, on summon, you can search for your traps, so either it's going to be your Big Bang or your preparations. And then during the attack phase, you can excavate up to 5 cards from your opponent's deck and banish one of those excavated cards face down, and then place the rest on top of the deck in the same order. Scareclaw Kashtira, you can banish. It's just another way to banish one of your Kashtira cards. So it's like
Mostly Big Bang. always Big Bang if you can,
and
and
then
if you have a finger error on the field, usually.
you can special summon, so you banish a card, and you can special summon defense, and it can also attack in defense, which is quite nice. Tillamont's Kashtira, you special effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do banish one, so it's basically the same as Scareclaw Kashtira, but this is like for Kashtira or Tillamont's. If this card is normal summon, you can send the top three cards of your either player's deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can send the top two cards of your deck to the graveyard, and it's only once per turn effect.
Usually, going to use the send three if Rise Heart's on the field, so they become banished instead. Just a little kick in the teeth for your opponent.
As I kind of said, Kaiju is basically just for when we come up against purely against their Gnaw. It's just a good way to get rid of it.
Or another player's Rise Heart or Shangri-La or whatever else.
And basically, it's just you tribute their monster, and then they get control of Kaiju, which is just a good way to get rid of a monster that can't be targeted. Harpy's Feather Duster just destroys all spell trap cards. Pot of P, banish 3 to 6 cards from your extra deck face down for the rest of the turn. After this card resolves, any damage your opponent takes is halved. Also, if excavate decks from the top of your cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of cards banished, and add one excavated card to your deck, and then place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Obviously, you can only use it once per turn. You cannot draw cards by card effects the turn you activate this card. Kashtira Theosis. Target one Kashtira monster you control. Special summon one Kashtira monster with a different attribute from your deck in defense position. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summons from the extra deck. Except XYZ monsters. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Kashtira cards, except Kashtira Theosis, and add it to your hand. So it's just a good way to get you back your Fenrir, your Unicorn, your Ogre, your Kashtira, Scareclaw, your Tillamont's Kashtira, and your Rosehart. Kashtira Birth, you can normal summon. So basically, with Kashtira Birth, you can actually normal summon a level 7 without tributing. And then during your main phase, you can special summon one non-XYZ Kashtira monster that is banished. So if you banish your Fenrir, your Birth can bring it back. Book of Moon, flip a monster on the face up into face down defense. Call by the Grave. It's used to like negate your Maxi or your Ash, or you can banish a Fenrir in the graveyard if they got one on the field, and it would negate the one on the field as well. Imperm just basically negates its effect until end of this turn. Kashtira Big Bang, if a monster Kashtira XYZ monster is on the field and a player controls two or more monsters, they must banish the monsters they control face down, so they can only control one. If this card is banished, you can target one XYZ monster you control, add one of your Kashtira monsters attached to it to your hand, then you can special summon that monster from your hand, and it's only once per turn effect.
Basically, Big Bang is a budget evenly match, which isn't really used. It's only Big Bang's only used for its banish effect to special summon a monster from Shangri-La to continue your plays.
And preparations during either player's turn, you can special summon one of your Kashtira monsters that is banished or in your hand. If your opponent activates a trap card or effect, you control a Kashtira monster, and this card is already face up on your spell trap zone. You can look at your opponent's hand, and if you do, banish one card from it face down, and that's obviously once per turn.
Preparations is also a good way to get back Rise Heart if it is banished. Obviously not banished face down, but banished face up. It's a good way to recycle.
Now extra deck.
don't really go into Baron or Chinging, but
You
it's
could,
there.
yeah.
You need it. I think
So
we actually did that once.
Baron or Chen Ying, you could probably use Ash Blossom in a level 7 Fenrir or Kashtira monster. Um, so that comes in handy. Big Eye, basically Big Eye is you detach and you can target one monster your opponent controls and you permanently take control of it. And this card can't attack and the card can't attack the turn the effect is activated. Red Eyes is just basically it can't be destroyed while it has material attached. Um, Volophagus, the Dark Dragon Doom Rider, once per turn
That's
detach.
going to be Dark Arm Dragon.
Oh, so
Never mind that.
I'll take that out.
Yeah.
We don't have Dark Arm Dragon, do we?
Uh, I don't think we have it crafted. Is it Dark Arm Dragon? I don't. Yeah, that one.
Alright, so Dark Arm Dragon. If you
Yes.
have exactly five
Yeah.
dark monsters in your graveyard, you can also special. You can also XYZ summon Dark Arm Dragon of Annihilation by using one level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster you control as material. Detach one from this card, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it, then banish one card from your graveyard. Also, you can attack for the rest of that turn.
I believe people use this card.
It's actually good. How good is it that it's a rare in Master Duel, but an ultra rare in Duel Links?
I don't believe. I don't remember if it's this card people use or the one we just got rid of. Anyway, Shangri-La.
During each standby phase, you can special summon one Kashtira from your deck. And then basically once per turn, each time a card or cards your opponent owns and possesses is banished face down, except during the damage step, you can choose one unused main monster zone or spell and trap zone. It cannot be used while this monster is face up on the field. If this card will be destroyed, you can detach a material from this card instead. So
Which is
basically,
one per turn.
so basically, um, Shangri-La is the card that you can block your opponent's field up. Um, so it's a good way to stop him from summoning monsters. Um, which obviously you've
Unfortunately,
seen, and obviously you've seen in our previous videos where we've blocked up people's monster zones. So
unfortunately, Diablosis, the Mind Hacker, is now banned, but it's good that way.
yeah, I think I think this deck would be too overpowered if Diabolos was still allowed to be played. Now,
That's
Kashtira
right.
Arasha, 3 level 7 monsters, but I
All
believe,
Terror.
yeah, one Kashtira if you activate an effect.
If you activated the effect of Shangri-La this turn, which also goes for your opponent, because Shangri-La was activated on your opponent's turn, and they can special summon Rise Half free. Yeah, you'll see that in gameplay.
Once per turn, you can also XY summon Kashtira Arasha by using one Kashtira monster you control. If an effect of a Kashtira Shangri-La was activated, successfully activated this turn, transfer its materials to this card. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead once per chain. Each time a card is banished, attach one banished card to this card's material. Once per turn. Quick effect, you can detach 3 materials from this card and target one card on the field and banish it face down. Um,
Unfortunately, it's once per turn. Hmm.
yeah, so it's probably good to have 3 of these because obviously you're going to go up against a lot of mirror matches, and they're obviously um, will
I
most likely take this out.
just
Zeus basically you just detach to wipe the field.
haven't gone into Zeus yet, though.
In
Infinitrack Goliath is basically useless. There's no way to summon it, but it's at you use it to a Rise Heart equip Goliath when you banish it with Prosperity. It gains the effect this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Right at the bottom there.
um,
Met IP and Unicorn is just for Prosperity.
yeah, so that's the deck. And now we'll get into the replays and show you how this deck goes. Oh, but just to show you guys, we did hit platinum 5. So it's and that's the deck we've been using. So worthy deck, pretty fun to use,
My favorite.
and we'll get straight into the duels.
Pretty nice hand here. Got Shifter, Unicorn, add Birth because we've already got Theosis. Theosis searches for Fenrir. Fenrir searches for Rise Heart. Go right into Shangri-La. We usually use it in the extra monster zone, but you don't have to. Special Rise Heart, Banish Ogre. It was meant to be Big Bang, but forgot. Birth brings back Ogre, brings in Preparations. Shangri-La's effect was activated, so we can use Rise Heart to go into a Rise Heart. Preparations, Shangri-La to special Fenrir. And he got used. But we can just bring it right back with Preparations. But he's got Super Volley. Oh well. Anyway. Fallen of Albaz. Basically, due to the effect of Mud Dragon of the Swamp, we can't target dark monsters. It is what it is.
Brings out Mirror Jade.
I'm surprised you didn't use Mirror Jade's banished effect, but whatever.
And now we can basically still make plays.
There's literally nothing he can do. He activated Mud Dragon, so we just banish his Lust. Go into battle. Attack over Mirror Jade, but he banishes. But whatever, we just bring back Rise Heart. Attack anyway. Birth, bring back Ogre. Theosis,
Bring a
Rise Heart, do this, do that. Basically, we can do whatever we want. Just trying to get 3 overlays on the Rise Heart to get rid of Mirror Jade. There we go. Now we've got 3 materials. Banish face down. Its effect doesn't activate.
And then bring
We
in
got
the
8k
Fenrir.
here.
Oh.
Oh,
And then he just scoops. So that just shows how
failed. That was pretty much full combo.
and just shows you how consistent it can be. Despite your cards getting banished, you can just constantly bring them back.
Okay. This is against Rennick. Unicorn is a 1-card starter. We can't banish, so went to Baron, pop his Chaos Hunter, bring back Unicorn, Rise Heart, special summon. We are now locked into XYZs. Going Shangri-La, set Callbar, end turn. Special Fenrir. He brings Tip, gets Fountain. He does his banish. He activated a spell so we can banish 3 of his cards. He's got Thrust. He searches for talents. He activates talents. We negate talents because we don't want him to steal our monster. He activates Fountain.
He obviously baited out that
Storm.
to get his fountain on the field.
It is what it is. But he's got no follow-up.
And plus our cards are good being banished.
Naturia Renick. Okie dokie. He activates a monster effect on the field. We can get rid of Fountain. Shangri-La, Unicorn, Camilla to bring back
And then he scoops.
Mole Cricket, Coldbuyer. Yes, what is this? I did not remember.
I think, was this the Lurilisk one? No, it was a, I can't remember. It was the one that we shouldn't have won.
I think that was the first one. Oh, this is Crystal Beast. Ah, yes. Bagushka Pass deck. They all this stuff going first, yet all they do is pass on bloody Bagushka. Yeah. Golden Rolls puts this and that, and there we go, Bagushka Pass. Now defense monsters effects are now negated. Potter P. And luckily we searched 3 to get Harvey's Feather Duster. It is what it is. Fenrir. Theosis. The Ashes, unfortunately. And something that we should have done first before activating Fenrir was to special Scareclaw, because Scareclaw's effect is to negate your opponent's effects in the battle phase. So we could have done more in that turn, but it is what it is.
We get ashed.
He has another Ash. But it is what it is. Okie dokie. Rainbow Dragon. He cannot beat over Shangri-La. But he goes into Bagushka Pass again. He literally just did this last turn. But we actually have a field this turn.
Yeah, he should use card.
And we draw into Gamut Seal. Anyway, Theosis, Unicorn. Unicorn gets Birth. Birth
Brings back
gets
Fenrir.
Fenrir to get Rise Heart.
And then he scoops.
And he I love Kashtira.
So this deck is pretty fun. We'll show another one. Yeah, so let us know what you think of this deck. Like, it's pretty fun. It's actually kind of, it's just mind blowing that these cards are actually in Master Duel. It is pretty fun to use.
Unfortunately, the field spell is limited to 1. Mirror match. Max C. This is when we were running Max C. probably could leave Maxi in. And we draw into another one. They've got full combo times too here. Both Unicorn and the field spell were 1-card starters. So if one gets negated, you can just use the other one. Yep, he's got his full combo here. I don't know why he's actually playing into Maxi. Maybe he's just having fun doing his combo. I feel, yeah. He goes into player middle. It's a good card. Book of Moon over player middle. Finger error and Rise Heart doesn't hurt us. Big whoop to us. We'll just use Imperm on it anyway. Anyway.
Use Maxi again.
He banishes Zeus, okie dokie. He's got his field spell. He did that. Let's take his Shangri-La. Let's turn his Shangri-La into our own Arise Heart. Rise Heart.
I don't think this guy realised that his card is negated.
It's a mandatory effect. Unicorn. Scareclaw, the special summon. Banish Ogre. Preparations to special his Shangri-La. He banishes Zeus. Okie dokie. Theosis banish effect is to recycle. So we'll just add it back. Unicorn. Theosis. Birth. Ideally we should have... I don't think... Should have ran over his player Metal Dragon. Going to, but he impermed us. That's all we can do here.
And our quick effect, we could banish his, but he could just bring it back, kind of thing.
In preparations. Special Ogre.
It's just, yeah, just a lot of chains.
But yeah, there's so much to keep in line. He banishes Theosis with preparations. We add a card under Rise Heart. He adds one of his. We do it all again. All in the standby phase, by the way.
Oh, this is just nuts. Like chain link 7. No, chain link 6. Yeah, 7.
Okay, so we get rid of his Rise Heart. He brings his Unicorn back. We search with Ogre, banish something. We look at his hand, banish Imperm.
And now
Yeah,
next turn we can banish another card.
and he's continuing to lock up our zones, but we've already got a field, so it doesn't really matter.
And here comes a Rise Heart.
Every effect we do, player metal takes 500 off. Eventually it does start to hurt, but it's no big deal. His Theosis brings in Scarecrow. We have 6 materials, but yeah, Dark Armed. He could have attacked over... Oh no, he can't attack, never mind. Here we banish his Shangri-La.
And now we can use tactics.
Here we go up to turn link 7. Nope, only 5 this time. Okie dokie. We special summon Teal Limits Kashtira. Down to 4500 due to the effects of Dark Armed Dragon, Flame Metal. Ouch. And Teal Limits Kashtira's effect to mill 3 of our opponent's deck.
Chain link 5. Again.
He gets rid of our field spell, but it is what it is. We get rid of his birth. He's got no cards in hand. But since Bryce Hart's on the field, instead of going to the graveyard, they're banished instead. Huh. Yep, here we go.
And then he
And
scoops.
he just scoops on battle. But it was the time limit. We would have won that regardless. Go to the first 10th one.
This one.
If that's the first one, yeah.
Alright, so this will be the last video. This will be the last gameplay we'll show.
We got a few others, but this will be the last one.
The other ones we'll probably just post on YouTube just as a game itself. So yeah, just let us know in the comments what you think of the deck and
Got Maxi here.
so this is Generator Dogmatica.
Generator Dogmatica, yeah. Here he activates to special, I think.
I was meant to send the trap card, but for some reason I sent Fenrir because it's just a common thing. I just force a habit.
He summons this dude. To send that, but we ash, so we can't get a ritual. Hindsight, since this was Dogmatica, he was meant to search for Albazoa, but we stopped that. Dogmatica tricks. He gets Albazoa anyway, and he gets the ritual.
And then he activates Spell Fragrance.
And he activates anti-spell fragrance, which hurts. But we can still do something, which is nice. Banish Fenrir. He imperms Razard, so we can't make it level 7. It does banish for cost. We crash into his XYZ.
Just to get rid of it.
He gets a ritual spell as a result, but it's all good. And he sets a card because of his own anti-spell fragrance. We use the Oasis over Riseheart. We special Gearclaw before Maxi can resolve. Special Fenrir, activate field spell, which searches for Telemus Kashtira, Riseheart,
And then he scoops.
and eventually he scoops. And that's that game done.
Alright guys, well we hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments what you like about this deck, what you dislike. We really do appreciate the support, comments, likes. Means a lot to us.
Give us your feedback, always appreciated.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Later guys, take it easy, take care.